Hey everybody, Joe Diano here, aka Twisted Gemini, and welcome to Twisted Gemini TV. Before I get started, I just wanted to take this time to give a shout out and congratulations to the new UFC heavyweight champion, Stipe Miocic. I didn't doubt him for a second. I've said all along for the longest time that he was the best heavyweight to A, not get a title shot, and B, not fight for the UFC heavyweight title, period. And now he's the champion, so I'm happy I was right and proven right. So congratulations, Stipe. Now, the subject of this video, I'm kind of splitting it into three parts, even though they're all basically connected. Number one, if in case any of you didn't see it, there was a article on Twitter which basically stated that Floyd Mayweather offered $50 million to Conor McGregor to fight him in a boxing match. Now, obviously, Floyd, being the smart businessman that he is, he's basically appealing to Conor's conscience. You guys know, Conor's bank account, because, you know, Conor's all about the money. Now, in my opinion, obviously, Conor's all about the money, like I said, so the likelihood of this fight happening for that amount of money is high. But at the same time, Dana White, Lorenzo and Frank Fertitta, and the rest of the UFC brass aren't stupid. They know that, like I just said, Conor's all about the money. Plus, they know that if Conor gets that little, itch for boxing, then it'll be just like when Ronda Rousey first got the itch to start acting, in that he's gonna be away boxing more than he's in the UFC fighting for the UFC. So I think the UFC is gonna spend a lot of money and give Conor McGregor exactly what he wants again, to keep him from getting into boxing. Now, I'm sure I don't have to tell you guys what he wants, but I'm going to do it anyway, or else this video will be pointless. What Conor McGregor wants is the rematch with Nate Diaz. Now, which brings me to the second part of this video, which is the fact that as it was reported that Dana White went to Conor McGregor's home, I believe it was, to have dinner with him, and the subject of Nate Diaz came up. Plus also the fact that the UFC were in talks with Nate Diaz, which those talks fell through, basically because Diaz reportedly wanted the Conor McGregor treatment. Being, if I remember correctly, if they want him to fight, they go to him. He doesn't go to them. And he probably also wanted McGregor money, but the talks fell through there. So, in my opinion, this is a way to make both of them happy. Diaz gets the high-profile fight because Diaz said he's all about the money now because he's earned it. And McGregor is basically obsessed with getting the rematch. So they keep Conor happy, they keep him out of boxing by giving him the Diaz rematch that he wanted, giving Nate Diaz another high-profile fight and payday. And the third part of this, which is also the reason why I bring up, I mentioned Ronda, is because in talking with a friend of mine about this whole Conor McGregor thing, he had told me that he read a rumor that Ronda was going to return to face Miesha Tate and then, regardless of the outcome, retire. Which, once again, this doesn't surprise me at all. And as any of you know that know me personally, know that I'm a set in stone Ronda Rousey fan. I'll support Ronda in whatever she does because she's earned the respect. So in my opinion, I could see it being where Ronda returns in November to face Miesha Tate for the title. And regardless of the outcome, she retires in February. Why February? The reason why I say February is because Ronda's 30th birthday will be in February. And as many of you know, maybe you don't, Ronda said she was going to retire by the time she was 30. She's 29 years old now. Like I said, her 30th birthday is in February. So you can see Ronda retire. I could see, rather, I'm sorry. Well, and you also could see Ronda come back, like I said, in November here in New York City, Madison Square Garden, to face Miesha Tate. And regardless if she wins or loses, and granted, the chances of Ronda winning are higher than her losing against Miesha since she's already beaten her, winning the title, and then come February retiring. So that's the reason why I did this video in 3 parts, considering everything was connected. Because like I said, Ronda started acting. She got the itch to try acting, and she's been out of fighting for a bit due to her movie commitments. And I feel like if Conor gets that itch to box, and he likes it, because let's be honest, I'm not a Conor McGregor fan. I got no respect for the guy, but he is a great stand-up fighter. If he gets the itch to box, that could pull him out of the UFC more often. And like I said, UFC, they're not stupid. They could feel that happening, because every time somebody gets the taste of something new, something that they want to venture into, it takes them away from the UFC. And as everybody knows, Ronda and Conor are the 2 biggest draws for the UFC. So like I said, UFC is not dumb. They don't want to risk losing him, so they're going to give him what he wants. They're going to give Nate Diaz what he wants, because those two go hand in hand. What Conor wants and what Nate wants is the rematch, is to make money. And that's just the way the cookie's going to crumble, which to me, also on a side note, means, in my opinion, that Frankie Edgar and Jose Aldo, whoever wins that fight is going to be disappointed, in my opinion, considering the fact that Dana White did say that Conor McGregor's first fight back will be against the winner of that fight. Now, with all this coming up, that means that plan is going to get pushed back, which means, like I said, Aldo and Edgar, whichever one of those 2 wins, they're still not going to get a title shot, because, like I said, UFC is going to want to make Conor happy and keep him from going into boxing. And, going back to Ronda, like I said, I support her and everything she does, and I could see her coming back and fighting in November and then retiring in February, because, she's got the Hollywood commitments. She's hopelessly in love with Travis Brown, to the point where she said in an interview that she wanted to have his kids. So, that's another reason for her to not want to fight anymore, which I think Ronda would make a great mom, personally, because she has a great mother. So she learned from the best to be the best. Much like in her MMA career, her mother taught her how to be a mother. So, I don't fault Ronda for that at all. It's what she wants. It's her plans. It's her life. So I take, my hat off to her when she decides to retire. If it is in February, maybe she'll hold out a little bit longer. But even if not, and like I said, she retires in February, she deserves it. She's earned the right to be happy, in my opinion, and in everybody's opinion that supports her. Friends, family, and yes, fans. Well, that's all the time for this video. I wanted to thank you guys for watching. Leave your comments. I'll comment back on anything, good, bad, ugly, doesn't matter. And as always, whatever time zone you're in, whatever country you're in, be safe, be happy. I'll see you next time. Until then, this is Twisted Gemini TV signing off.